All right. Is this thing on? Well, it better be. Anyways, how you guys doing today? Yes, I'm still chilling over here in a hotel room at Mississippi. My truck's still in the shop. Dude, this is the longest I've actually no, well, was that the longest? Well, because I was supposed to take some time off, right? And go back to my state and just take a couple of days off and stuff like that. But I think I'm gonna postpone that for next week because I've already taken my time off. And honestly, I'm kind of sick and tired of just chilling here. So I think later on, do they have a pool? I need to find out if they have a pool in that because I think I'm gonna go for a swim. Fuck it, go for a swim, check out the area, and then see what's up because I haven't really done anything. I'm just chilling, watching some movies, and, talk to my girl, do some live streaming, all this shit. Other than that, I haven't really done much here in Mississippi. I need to take advantage of that, man, because I never know when's the last time I'm gonna be here for a while. So might as well, right? But anyway, so yeah, yeah, Black YouTube's on fire right now, man. There's a lot of shit. There's a lot of heat that's been going on with this whole Miko thing. First it was like, yeah, there was a lot of criticism and stuff like that, right? But Miko opened up a whole can of worm, and people are paying much more attention to the content some of these guys are producing, right? But as I say on the stream, right, I don't judge people based on the content of their YouTube channel, or rather, I judge them based on the content of their character. So you might say that, like, well, I mean, how can you know someone's character when you don't know them? Because a lot of time they try to what they portray on their content is not who they are in real life. To a certain degree, yes, that is true. You know, but I don't know. I'm the type of person that, like, I only associate myself with people that I get good vibes from, you know? And there are others, there are some I keep at arm's length because either I already figured them out and I don't like what I see so far, or I haven't really figured them out. So then therefore the trust is missing in the dynamic. So, I'm cool with everybody, respect them until they disrespect me. And other than that, no issues. So that's why, like, I tend to be able to maneuver in any type of space, right? And whether you are team pro black or team light skin or team dark skin or team SYSBM or team feminism or team whatever you call yourself, whatever you associate with, I don't judge you by the flag you stand under. I judge people based on the content of their character. But now, how do you how are you able to decipher someone's character? Well, I mean, outside of body language, they are, tone. Someone's inability or someone purposely misconducing what you are saying or deflecting what you're saying. They use a lot of things like whataboutism. They use a lot of tactic, gaslighting, all the type of shit. So because, like, the conversation is not real. The conversation is not based upon an exchange of idea or an exchange of whether it's philosophy, but it's rather an exchange. It's rather like it becomes like a dick measuring contest of who is right, you know? And I kind of look at people like this is like, do you believe what you're saying or are you just playing the devil's advocate? So then, therefore, I am very observant. and the people that I actually come across, and actually the ones that I call friends, I call them friends because I've already judged their character, and I've already see who they are, who they, not just who they portray themselves to be, but as well as who they are. And then once I was able to do that, then I can be like, yeah, I can see this person as my friend, right? Or be like, all right, I guess he's someone I'm cool with. There's a difference. Someone that you're cool with versus someone that you can actually see as your friend. And the thing is, like, if you do not have the power of discernment, if you just simply allow anybody in your circle, if you don't, because we sometimes think that stereotype or prejudice is a bad thing. You should never prejudge anybody, blah blah blah, right? But prejudice is based upon previous pattern which you have, a counter in the past. You know, because we all start off from this womb as being naive. We all start off as not knowing any better. And then throughout life, some people that we thought were our friends and turns out to be totally opposite. Some people we just tolerated. And then as you get older, you then start taking off, I guess, dead weight. That's why I was never really like the type of person that looked for popularity. Right. I was never the type that was try to be popular, to be the man, or whatever the case may be. I was most likely the quiet type, and the one that observe, the one that just look at people, just see what they're about, their action, what they believe. Because sometimes what you believe affect how you react in the world, right? I mean, I would hope so. I would hope that if you are a Christian, that you actually, you behave Christian like, you know, you have the so-called Christian charity. You follow, Christ's words, not just have the badge of Christianity up on your shoulder, and yet you still remain the same. I believe if you are a red pill person, then you believe and follow some of the philosophy of red pill content. And if you are feminism, that's what usually happens. But however, when you actually open-minded enough and you see other people's perspective, not that because they might change your mind, but your willingness to see where they're coming from opens up your mind to the possibility, of, all right, I see why this person behaved this way, or I see where he's coming from, and as long as he treats me with respect, then I'll do the same. We agree to disagree. This, that, and the third. But what I cannot trust is, like, when I see someone's willingness to throw someone else under the bus, right? And or better yet, being on someone's circle that you don't respect. Like, I respect all my friends, and if I have something to say to them or about them, is like I would say rather in their face, or anything that I say behind them, I would say it in their face. You know, and the ability to, when criticism come, it's not from a way of bashing or demeaning or whatever the case may be. Those that I call my friends. But the second that I no longer see you as a friend, the second that I see you as, the type of person that purposely disrespect me or the people that I care about, then then that's a whole nother story, you know. So yeah, I was checking out Super Slide earlier, and then there's this list. I think there's this list making its way now, and that has like a whole bunch of content creators. And yeah, shit's about to get real here on YouTube, man. There's a lot of fuckeries that's gonna, which sucks. It sucks because a few a few motherfuckers, you know, grab the attention of the black manosphere as a whole, and then now because of that, they're gonna try to punish everybody. You know, shit, even Super Sly is on that list. And this motherfucker, he's like one of the most balanced dude I've known. Yeah, he's rambunctious, but he's fair. LAR movement on that list. And he's a fair dude, you know? Like he's a smooth talker when he's talking about some of the shit that he's talking about. But he's a very fair guy, you know. He's not like the type of shit that he talks about, his criticism is just on point. And he's not trying he's not looking at things, he's not coming from a hurtful perspective or a hateful perspective, right? And but he's on the list. People that has nothing to do with all these bashing and those female fuckeries are on that list. You might say, well, it was gonna happen anyways because they don't like us. They're doing this. Well, when they don't like you, that's exactly why you should watch out more. When you have something that is important to you, you try to protect it, right? So I think um well, like I said, the power of discernment, learning how to dissociate yourself with toxic people. This is one of the things that I believe, you know, Black America needs to start practicing. When you see something, you say something, or when you see some of the fuckeries that you understand the gruesomeness of some of these shit, then you start disassociating yourself with it. Which is why I don't pay no mind when like the conversation when people be like, well, if it doesn't affect you, then why you talk about it? Same reason why, you know, white people expose white pedos. Black people should be exposing black pedos. As a matter of fact, I got to do a video about this shit at some point, right? Because I want to check out, I would like to check out, right, some of those videos about white pedophilia, right? And then I want to go through the comment section and find out how many of these white men arguing the perspective of, well, these men that you're talking about, they're not white Americans, they're Europeans, right? I want to find out, or you know, it's like, oh, these people are not white, they're just, you know, they're half Asians or something. We don't do that shit. I want to find out how many of this content is gonna be based on that excuse, and then I'm gonna make the comparison of when, say, somebody like Tommy Sotomayor exposing the pedophilia in black community, and to see how many people are gonna tell Tommy that you making black people look bad. So I'm gonna make the comparison between the two, right? So one channel that's exposing white pedos, and another channel that's exposing black pedos, and then check out the comment section and find out how many white people are making excuses for white people. And then from the black channel, I'm gonna find out how many black people are making excuses for black people. And that's gonna be based on some of the talking point that I've seen that is being used. The first one is white people do it too. So I'm gonna go to the white channel and see how many of them that's gonna say black people do it too, or Asian people do it too, or um, you know, Middle Eastern people do it too. And I'm gonna take notes. And then the next talking point is you making black people look bad, right? So I'm gonna go to the white channel, the you know, the white channel that's exposing white pedophilia, and I'm gonna find out how many people, how many comment that's gonna said you making white people look bad. Stop talking about this shit. And I'm gonna start making those comparison, you know, or better yet, you know, if you go to the black channel and then you say, oh, you snitching for, you know, calling the authority on people and shit like that, mind your business. And I'm gonna go to the white channel and find out how many of these white people saying that mind your business, you are snitching. So these are the comparison I'm gonna be making. Because a lot of time when we talk about some of this shit, right? The when we talk about some of the fuckeries of the toxicity of these folks that are hiding amongst good, decent black people, the conversation now gets switched and get deflected into it's a race thing or get whitewash into white people do it too. So to be fair, I'm gonna do an analysis and I'm gonna find out what are some of the excuses that white people use when white people do it. How do they deflect the scenario? How did it come across as, you know, white people do it too, you know, black people do it too, type of shit. So that's what I'm gonna be doing on my next live or something like that, and I'm gonna find out because I think it's interesting. And no matter how many times we specify about the minority of these folks that are hiding amongst good, decent black folks, and that are actually, and they get to deflect any sort of criticism and try to pass it on as it is a criticism of the whole group. Hey, what's going on, Steven? I'm good, man. So that's gonna be on. Oh wait, today's Wednesday, right? Yeah, we're gonna do a live tonight, I believe. Yeah, later on today we're gonna do a live. Me, you, and Sirius, and I'm not sure who else. But yeah, so we got some good shit going on later on tonight. So Stephen Rose gonna be on the panel. My girl's gonna be on the panel, and basically, yeah, we're gonna talk about some good stuff, man. But yeah, so this stream was pretty much about judging someone based on the content of their character, not their skin color, not their content on YouTube, because that can be misleading. That can be misleading. Not based on their gender, not based on any of that shit, but based on the content of their character. I believe that's more important to do than because as you can see, like when people ask me, okay, well, oh, why are you cool with this person? Why are you cool with that person? Why you do this? Why you do that? And to me, it's like I try to see the person as the individual, right? And then we may disagree with some of the ideologies that that person may hold. But at the end of the day, if there is respect in the conversation, if there is respect between both parties, then yeah, this is how I'm going to judge that person based on the respect. Because I treat others the way I want to be treated. And if I come to a position or a situation to which I am being mistreated, then therefore, you already know how that goes. I've already had made an example out of some fools, and it was quite enjoyable. But yeah. Other than that, listen, man. I think there are a lot of decent folks out here in YouTube, right? Once you get to know them, you know, and sometimes we are so blinded by our ideologies. We are so blinded by what we're trying to preach, then we don't take time to see the truth, the true perspective of someone. I'll give you a perfect example, right? Okay, let's say you have truth teacher. He's a pro-black individual, right? And he's a cool motherfucker. Like I'm not pro-black, but he is. Well, I mean, like, his content is more like derived more based on white supremacy, but he done a lot of his homework. And then the way he conduct himself, the way he talk about his perspective, very respectful. And he will treat you the way he would want to be treated. And a person like that, I have the most utmost respect for him. even though some of the things that we might agree with, some of the things that we might disagree with. But we treat each other with respect. And I always see him treat everybody with respect, even people that he no longer fuck with. You'd be like, you know what? I will say my piece, and that's it. That's a fucking gentleman right there. No, there are a lot of people that I'm cool with that we don't share the same ideologies. You know, we might cross path here and there about, what we believe and what we can agree on, but we also have a lot of things that we don't share the same ideologies on. But the respect is there, and I think that's very important. If you are a friend or an associate of someone, then you got to treat them with respect. If not, then I can't trust you. You know. But yeah, anyways, I'm not staying for long. This was like a short stream and shit like that. I just wanted to um give a shout out to all y'all that's watching. And then yeah, later on today, man, come through for that stream. Me, Sirius, and Stephen Rose. I might get someone else on the panel, but I'm not sure yet. But yeah. All right, guys, take it easy. Peace.